All right, ladies and gents, here we are with Bellum. I'm doing this because my DMs exploded when this reveal trailer came out, and I knew people wanted to hear my thoughts on this. Little background, I have been in association with the Karma Cut before. I'm actually pretty happy that he's stepping into the game creation space. I think it's been kind of a shared amongst most content creators that the tactical gaming space has kind of been missing things for a while. I put out a few videos about that, so I kind of applaud him for basically just taking it on himself and say, you know what, I'll just design the game that I want and go from there instead of just waiting. So, hey, quite an undertaking, and I'm kind of glad he's doing it. So we'll see what comes out of it. And, of course, we'll look into it and see if it's going to be achieved and whatnot, and we'll go from there. So I'm sure he's probably pretty nervous about it, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, I wish him the best in that regard. But we're going to take a look at this and kind of break it down a little bit from what I'm seeing. Also, keynote, I did not know that some of the voices in here were from VetStack. Savage, I did not expect to hear your voice in here, so that was pretty cool too. I knew Grim was probably going to be involved. I knew Control Pair was probably going to be involved. I knew Drewski was probably going to be involved, but I wasn't expecting to hear Savage's voice, so that was pretty it threw me off a little bit. So, all right, here we go. Let's get into it.
6, this is 1-6, pushing to BPs, over.
All right, so again, they're pushing to blocking positions, which are generally used to isolate an objective or create an outer cordon. It depends on your vernacular. There's all kinds of different ways to say it, but generally, blocking positions will be used in anticipation of a raid or ambush for early warning and also to keep what shouldn't be on the objective off the objective.
Roger that. 1-6, report when established.
One 1-1 Alpha. We're setting up BP West now.
1-1 Alpha, roger. 1-2, be released.
Okay, so we have custom markers on our ATAC and everything else. Generally, their calls, they're using like, I heard 1-1 Alpha, so they're using a team size element to set up this BP. So things will get broken down into your composition of your element. So 1-6 being the general platoon leader, 1-1 themselves being squad, 1-2, 1-3, etc. 1-1 Alpha, now we start getting into lettering for specific teams within the squad, so fire team size limit on your blocking position set for West. At least in infantry
1-6,
speed.
1-2, we're setting 30 seconds.
Net call. Slant on target. Power 0-0.
Okay, slant reports. Slant reports can be a variety of different things. They can be pretty SOP specific to units, but generally it's for calling out different things, especially in convoy operations are used a lot. I think in this particular instance, we're probably denoting the key military age males on target. So you'll have 3 different ones. So they're probably using males on target, maybe potentially females on target, and either vehicles on target or other considerations. So it can be a variety of different things, but slant reports are used quite a bit.
Over.
Hey, check the back.
Yeah, I got it.
From this is what this is telling me is it's going to be pretty PvP centric, or at least this denoted indicator here. You got bad guys talking to each other. That's going to tell me there's a PvP mode.
6, this is 1-6, conditions set.
Roger 1-6. You're a go to execute assault.
1-6, 1-3, Eagles moving to breach.
I'm going to go ahead and say that 1-3 must be your assault element. 1-2 is probably your support and 1-1's going to be a security element since they were sending up BPs. So looks like 1-3 is kind of going to be your main effort here. Again, these are 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. These are squad size, generally denoted as squad size elements.
1-3, this is 1-8. ISR's got a shooter pushing the breach. 1-3 Alpha, we have him.
And there we go. Alright, a lot of information there. Referring to crash white side. So some units, again, it depends upon your SOP. For point rate targets, you can color code specific sides of the area you're hitting, whether it's a building or whatnot. Some units will use cardinal direction and keep it that way: north side, south side, east side, west side, if that happens to co-locate with what needs to be done. But so that's Bellum, and from what I'm seeing here, again, I like the very coordinated Arma-like things, much upgraded as well as far as graphically. I think everyone would love to have a Arma system that runs more than 45 FPS on a monster rig. So, all right, that's what I have to say about it in general. I'm excited for it, cautiously optimistic as usual. But I know this also comes from people who are kind of tired of what's currently in the tactical space of, early access shooters kind of being its own genre, and they never leave it. So I have a little bit more leaning towards the hopeful side of this because, again, this is by people who are kind of sick of that being in the genre. So that's my take on it, guys. Appreciate you watching. And, hey, we'll see as the situation develops.